Well, good evening. My name is Gregg Vaughn, and I am a candidate for sheriff in Jackson County. I've got the pleasure to know a lot of you that are here tonight, and I'm glad to see everybody's here. We've got a decision to make on July 31st, and I want you to make a good decision for the people of Jackson County. I'm married. My wife's name is Amy. We've been married for 15 years. I have 6 children, believe it or not. And they start at age 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, and 23. My oldest one just graduated from Georgia Southern University. Hoorah. I don't have to pay that bill. She's gone to work. So I've got a house full of them, and I love it. I work for the Jackson County Sheriff's Office now. I work on patrol right now. I'm assigned to the SROs, which is our school resource officer. That means I work at East Jackson High School, and I get to deal with a lot of the children that come through that school on a daily basis. I try to mentor to those children on a daily basis because sometimes they don't have anything at home. I believe that's what we need to do a better job as is in our youth. I spend a lot of my off time. If I'm not at work, I'm usually at a baseball field coaching. Every weekend we're somewhere spending time with the youth, and that's what I feel like you need to be doing. As sheriff, it's going to be difficult. We've got a lot of things to look at, and I feel like we need to use common sense approach to the sheriff's office. I think there's a better way to motivate and get people to do things, and I think I have those ideas and people put in place to make it a great place. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming out tonight. Well, as everybody has said that's been up here tonight, from all the way from the county commissioners to these folks here, obviously right now the times are not good. They're not good for not only the people that are at work for the government or for our county, but they're not good for the citizens out there. They talked about taxes. You're maybe making less money and your taxes are still the same. So we need to be a good steward of your money, and we need to make sure that the service that you're asking for, that we still provide for the same amount of money. Now, we've been furloughed for 4 years, and a lot of those guys, we were volunteered to furlough. They didn't call us and say, hey, guy, we want you to know if you want to furlough. You just got furloughed because that's the way it was. Some have left because of it. Some stayed there, and they tough it out. They come to work every day just like they're supposed to, and they still do their job, and they answer those calls. So with that being said, we need to make sure that the citizens are taken care of. Calls for service are still answered. We need to look at the furloughs and see what we can do about that. If there's ways that we can cut costs somewhere, well, let's cut the cost and see what we can do about the furloughs. I'm not saying that you can take them all away at one time. There may be a partial that you can take away. The citizens of this county need to be taken care of, though, and that's what my job will be as a sheriff, is to make sure that that service is provided. Thank you. Well, property crime, that's probably one of our biggest reports we take on a daily basis. When we're out there, we answer a lot of calls because people have had things, either their houses broke in or anything that ain't tied down that's metal stolen. And as they said, it reverts back to, it's called methamphetamines. If you're not familiar with it, if it hadn't touched your family, it probably will at the rate it's going. So we've got to do a better job. And not only as law enforcement, it's going to take our courts, our probations, jails, the state system, because right now what happens is if they come to steal your stuff and they take it and sell it and they get $100 or whatever they get for it, and they take it over to the dope dealer and they get their money, and we catch them because they give their ID and they take pictures of them and they show them to us and they say, hey, yeah, that's the guy that stole my stuff. So we find out who it is. Great. Well, we send them to court, and depending on if they're part-time, well, it may take a couple of months to get there. and then we slap them on the hand, give them probation, and say, look, you're going to pay us back thousands of dollars. You're going to come to probation once a month. Well, this guy has no job. He's hooked on methamphetamines, and you're telling him he's going to start paying you payments and come to probation every month. That ain't going to work. So we need to find a better way to address that problem. I have several ideas that I'm going to go after, and I'm going to hold them accountable. I'm going to hold everybody accountable, and let's see what kind of job we can do on it. There's no reason. We've got ideas, and some of those things will not even cost us any money. So if they try it and it doesn't work, it's not a cost to us as citizens. Well, we've got to do a better job. Large budget. Yeah, I work for the county, for the sheriff's office, and I make about $29,000 a year. That's a large budget for me. I've got 6 children and a wife. I balance a checkbook each month. That's what I do. Okay? As far as administrative issues, I live with 5 serial killers. I buy boxes of cereal and gallons of milk every day. And let me tell you, if you can put all those kids in all the places they need to be at the right time, you're a good administrative duties. Now, I will admit, my wife is a lot better at it than I am. So that goes to show you, if you put good people around you, you can do real good. And that's what my plans are. To put good people around me, and we'll do real good. So look out for the citizens of this county. Well, I agree with that, and we're going to start with the local agencies and meeting with those chiefs and with those officers. We've been fortunate enough, me, myself, Randy, and Janice, to work here and be able to have a lot of contacts already. We work with those people every day, basically, on the road. So, you use those contacts. And if I'm elected sheriff, that's the first thing I'll try to do is to meet with those chiefs. Not only our local chiefs here that I need to meet with. I want to also meet with the courts, like I said, courts, probations, felony probations, and parole, and then our surrounding counties. We got to do a better job of meeting with our surrounding counties also, not just our municipalities, but other counties to pass back info. That way we know if they're coming here to steal stuff and taking it somewhere else, or they're coming here to do their crimes and going back somewhere else, we're going to have that info and be able to crack down on it, do a better job of it. So that open relationship is exactly what we'll work for. Well, I will tell you this. Anybody that works for us right now was hired, and that is basically a benefit that was given to them to take those cars home. So to go in day one and take that away from them, you can do that, but I'm afraid you're going to lose a lot of officers. I can tell you right now. They've been furloughed, and then you're going to take a vehicle that gets them back and forth to work. I would like to see a lot of those vehicles stay in this county. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like to see them leave this county. I think we need visibility in this county, especially a Jackson County car. It needs to be visible in this county. And to ask that officer that's been with us for X amount of years, hey, I'm coming in day one and take your car away after you've had it for all those years, that's not right. And no, I'm not going to do that. We will implement something, and we'll look at a radius, and we'll do our best to hire people from here. What's wrong with hiring somebody from Jackson County? Well, like I said, I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. I know we took you away from your homes and families, and I just want to thank you for coming out. I will tell you, like I said, I have a lovely family, and I love my family to death. I love Jackson County. That's why I moved here. I didn't have the choice to be born here or raised here because I grew up with my grandmother. And when I was little, she lived in Norcross, so I had the opportunity to live with her, and that's where we lived. But as soon as I started to raise my family, I moved them to Jackson County. And I promise you, if you want somebody to be your sheriff, that'll do you the best job that I can do, and that will be honest and sincere in every choice that we make with the citizens, I will do that. And that's what I'll do for you as a sheriff. I will take care of your needs. Thank you.